Yo guys, what is up? Hi, happy Monday. Here with my Regroup cup. It's got a cactus. Because I'll be going to Arizona this week for spring training. That means I get to visit Regroup, one of my favorite coffee shops of all time. What we got? We got a little Ethiopian from up front, from the guys at Revision Roasters, otherwise known as Apostle. Coffee shop in front. Remember, Team Block, 20% off. You guys are awesome. Big shout out for everyone that did the open. Awesome job. All the scores will be finalized. I've been getting some questions about quarterfinals. Once I kind of know who's who and how many people and whatnots, we'll kind of establish a plan for that. That'll be kind of the next big thing coming up. So shout out to everyone that did the open and did awesome. Those guys did the open, make sure, share those stories about like what maybe you gained from the open, and what you learned, and what you're looking forward to for maybe next year. I had a really great conversation this morning with Liam, just talking about how much he always enjoys the open, because although he gets nervous, he always finds that he's able to find another gear and push a little harder. And I think that's what's important about signing up for stuff, right? Is finding that next piece of your fitness that it's hard to on day-to-day training. You can't dig that deep every day. You would be buried if you did. So, but I think sharing those stories and those anecdotes are important. And then, yeah, like I said, we'll figure out what's going on with the with quarterfinals. Also, new windbreaker from Lululemon. They just launched a new bunch of leopard and maroon stuff, which is dope. That's what I got going on. So we'll be doing some raffle stuff now that the open's over. And then the next big thing, not much going on. I like to always take a little bit of break after the open. And then I'm thinking end of April, my goal is to do a big in-house event on a Sunday in partnership with Foster Love. And this is going to be, so Lululemon has available to their ambassadors what's called the CI Fund, which is money that's set aside. It's a grant that you can apply for. And what I have to do is make like a big fucking to-do and presentation, which obviously I'm going to make my wife do because I'm terrible at that stuff. And then that money is used to put on an event. So what I want to do in order to kind of like zhuzh it up is to do a proof of concept. So do an event in April and then use that as part of my PowerPoint presentation that I will present to Lululemon Corporate in July to do an event in September. And that'll be the event that I use the funds for. And then we could really blow it up. So initially kind of like a tester feeder event for in-house, and then it'll be like out of house, like I would invite everyone. So the concept is teams of two, like we've done before, guy, girl, whatever. I like that concept because I've just found the last couple of times we've done kind of, and I've been essentially trying this in the past with like the Painkiller event and the other Lululemon event we did, is just trying some different formats. And I found that when I don't pigeonhole people, like you have to be guy, you have to be RX, you have to, and just adjusting the workouts in a way and just making it more like a fun competition day and not this, it's got to be RX, or it's what division do I do, or that it's just easier to partner people up, and people enjoy it more. Because maybe like, so-and-so wants to do it with their wife, or so-and-so wants to do it with their kid, or, whatever, like, why not? Fuck it. And where I see the focus of these is, and what my point of this is, to do a fundraising charity event for Foster Love. So essentially, all of the proceeds from your registration, which would be like, let's say $50 a team, would go directly to them. And what I want to do is have like a full Sunday, like 3 workouts, like a full poll, have prizes, have giveaways. It's going to be in partnership with Lululemon. It's going to be in partnership with Foster Love. And one of the big things that Foster Love became famous for was these bags. Because those of you guys don't know, when a child is removed, and they have to go into a foster placement, and this is going to sound brutal, but it's not. It's just reality. They're given a trash bag. Ugh. Which kind of gets to me. To put their stuff in. And it's like, oh, that's inhuman. No, it's just the reality of the situation. You know, you're a social worker, it's 2 a.m, and you have to go get a kid. You can't keep like fucking duffel bags just laying around, right? Nor is there funding for these types of things. So what Foster Love did is, one of the first things they ever did was they created these bags, and in the bags is stuff, you know, like coloring books, stuffed animal, toothbrush, you know, and they get these bags and there's stuff in them, and then they can put stuff in them, and then they give these bags to agencies and to social workers and to children, and then that way it's a lot nicer than a trash bag. So the other cool thing that Foster Love does, if they raise money, and this is one of the events we did, so we went down to Foster Love and did these bags. So you stuff them, and then they have removable panels on them, and you draw on them, right? You can put whatever you want, and then you put the panel on. So it's like a fun thing. Kids can do it, adults can do it, it's all great. So what I want to do is, we're going to have Foster Love come out. They're bringing the bags. I'm going to set up the entire open gym side as bag decorating, right? And so it's an activity when in between events, or if you're just watching, you can come down, you can do a bag, you know, whatever you want to do. And then we'll have that going on while the events are going on, and then we'll have food and all the things. So that's kind of my concept. But then I'm going to use this as a proof of concept for the next thing, which would be the big event where I'm going to open it up. Same concept, but now we're just going to turn it up to 11. Because if I can, I mean, I'm probably going to do the event regardless. Don't tell them this. But if I can get the funding, then I can hire like food trucks and coffee carts, and like, initially this first event, I'm going to be doing it kind of on my own. You know, I can pay volunteer staff. I can, yeah, it's crazy. I can do whatever I want. So that's kind of what we got coming up. So stay tuned for that. And let's just have an awesome week of training. Kind of, it's always nice. The Open's a lot of fun, but it's also kind of fun to kind of just find back the rhythm. So let's get after it and have an awesome day. Thanks, guys. Deuces.